Demondriver here. Thanks for joining me. Do you guys have about 5 minutes? Let's talk about maybe what most of you guys, your favorite subject is on this channel is RC airliners. Now, a lot of you guys see me building a lot of spaceships and fighter jets now. The reality is I want this to be a well-rounded channel where I build everything that I love, whether it's RC airliners, spaceships, science fiction based stuff, fighter jets, warbirds, bombers, aerobatic 3D. I want this channel to kind of be an encompassing RC channel where I kind of play to all my strengths and play to all the things that I like rather than just doing one thing, because variety is the spice of RC life. If you want to keep the hobby fresh and be challenged, you have to do different things. About 2 years ago, I bought my first quadcopter. Now I have probably 10 or 15 different quadcopters. Some of them are semi-scratch built, some of them are store-bought, but I really enjoy quadcopters because, as you've seen, they've unlocked my ability or unlocked my dream of building spaceships. And you're going to see a lot more of that. But today we're going to talk about airliners, and we're going to talk about the new way I build RC airliners. There's the old way, and then there's the new way. You know, remember in the movie Indiana Jones, the first one, where he's in Cairo and he meets with the old shaman and he has the medallion and he shows the guy. The shaman goes to India and says, "Aha, this is the old way and this is the new way." Well, that's what I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you what I used to do and how I used to build RC airliners and how I'm now doing it. Two completely different ways, and you got to keep growing, you got to keep advancing the way you build RC airliners and the way you build RC airplanes. You have to keep learning. RC scratch building is a constant, steady curve. Okay, it's a learning curve. You're always learning. The moment you stop learning is the moment you're no longer building. Okay? Well, this is Demondriver, so join me for about the next 5 or 6 minutes as I show you how I'm now building my RC airliners. Okay? And trust me, I'm building RC airliners. I have 25 already finished, and I probably have 50 or 60 in various stages of building and completion. So that's probably close to 80 airplanes, 80 RC airliners, then about 20 warbirds, 20 spaceships. Are you starting to get the idea now? Yeah, when you do this for a living, the planes pile up. All right, well, it's Demondriver, and let's get working. Come on. Okay, Demondriver here. Let's look at what's on this table. What's on this table represents the old way I used to build airliners. We have an old nose section to my newest huge scale MD-80, MD-90. You can also use this on the DC-9. This is a solid block of blue foam, insulation foam. 3 pieces stacked together, epoxied. Boom. Right here is a fuselage of a 767-300 Hawaiian Airlines. We have a molded 767 nose section, and then we have, let me remove the nose section, and I want to show you, this is the old way I used to build my airliners. You have a 1-inch thick pink foam spine that runs down the length of the fuselage. Obviously that is the backbone, and then there's a carbon fiber rod that runs down the thing, and then you got your bulkheads, boom, 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 and then you have 1 or 2 millimeter jet prawn bent over, and then epoxied, and bam, 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 blah, blah, blah. You saw that on the MD-80 and A300 build. And right here we have the, oh, and here is the tail section of this Hawaiian 767-300. This is the tail section of it, and I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna finish this 767. Right here is the wing box. Here's a bit of the new, old but yet new, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So right here is the wing and wing box of my Tupolev Tu-134 Alrosa Airlines of Russia, and this is the old way. Old fold-over Depron wing method with a central spar, carbon fiber, blah, blah, blah. Old. Obsolete. Old. The airfoil is insufficient. It's obsolete airfoil, not efficient for what I want. I had to add a goofy wing kink. I had to make, there's a carbon fiber rod right there inside clear plastic to make the Tu-134's wing kink. The wing is kinked on the Tu-134. boom, boom. So obsolete. This is 7 year ago technology that I was doing, and it's now obsolete. Last year's news, obsolete. See you later. Good night, sayonara. It's not what you want to do anymore. And this is obsolete. This 767 tail is obsolete because I wouldn't use this pink foam anymore, but I'm going to use it anyway because I have other weight-saving things that I'll tell you about in a second. So let's do that right now. This is the old way. Now let me show you the new way. That was the old way, and this is the new way. Right here is the fuselage of an Aer Lingus Shorts 330 from the late 70s, 80s into the early 90s, and it's all hot wired from white styrofoam. Here are my new hot wired wings, styrofoam wings of the TU-130, TU-134. There's the old wings of the TU-134. These are the new wings. Hot wired with a much more efficient airfoil, balsa leading edge, and they will have carbon fiber rods placed underneath. I'll show you an example of that before we're done. And later, like this wing, I will place and laminate the white styrofoam with 1/32 balsa sheet. There's the infamous Tupolev kink in the wing. Here's the wing. Control surfaces haven't been cut out yet. The landing gear pod boom isn't been installed yet, but you get the general idea. The advantage of this over that is we have a much more efficient airfoil that is optimized for low speed, low speed flight, but also high speed flight. So this plane is much more. These planes are going to be much more stable at low speed than my older planes, which had more of a cruciform, symmetrical airfoil, where this is going to be kind of a modified Clark Y, optimized for swept wing jets. So let's take a look at the Shorts 330 over here. You see this fuselage is completely hollowed out. All right, this fuselage of this Aer Lingus Shorts 330 is completely hollowed out. Look at that, hot wired and hollowed out to make it incredibly light. This is white styrofoam. Incredibly lightweight. This is very lightweight. And the advantage is that using this foam, white styrofoam, as opposed to blue styrofoam. Let me give you an example here. Let me show you something interesting. This is regular, this is the old way, right? Old way. This is the new way. Exact same nose, but made out of white styrofoam. I'm going to show you why this is so important about what I'm about to show you. Also, here is a hot-wired white styrofoam fuse section of an A300. A300, A310, A340, A330. They all use the same exact fuselage cross-section. But it is feather light. Feather light. To be reinforced with a carbon fiber rod that will run down at the top or the bottom of the fuse length. Let's put that over here. And what we have here, look at this big bad boy. It looks like a tree trunk. This is a fuselage cross-section of one of my 3 new Boeing 747s that I'm building, 2 100s and 1 SR. And this thing is massive. This plane, these 747s are going to be over 12 feet long. They'll be by far the biggest airliners I've built to date yet. And look at the weight. This is a solid block of styrofoam, but look how much it weighs. Barely over a pound. If this was made out of this, actually, let me show you something. Let me remove this piece of foam off this scale. That 747 cross section weighed about a little over a pound. Look at this blue foam. Look how much that weighs. Look how small this is compared to this. But look how much this weighs. Okay? This solid blue foam nose section weighs about 70% of a pound. Almost 3/4 of a pound. Okay? Let's have a look at a styrofoam, same MD80 nose. It's so light, I'm worried. Alright, here's the same MD80 nose section made from white styrofoam. It's so light, I'm worried about it getting blown off the scale. Look at that. Less than half the weight of this. This is less than half the weight of this. This is half the weight of this. What is this telling you? This is obsolete. This is the way to go. Drop this blue foam and pink foam. Just don't listen to everything I said post this video when it comes down to materials to use for airplanes, for your RC airplanes. This white styrofoam is white gold. It's white gold. It's lightweight, it's durable, it's spongy, it can take damage, and when you reinforce it with carbon fiber, you can't lose. You can't lose, guys. White styrofoam, it's the way to go. Let's put this over here. Let me give you another example of how much more efficient this stuff is. Let me give you a very good example of weight difference in parts between blue foam and white styrofoam. This is the old blue foam wing, hot wired wing of my American Airlines Convair 990 that's being built. Okay? Let's see what it weighs. This blue foam Convair 990 wing comes in at a little over 3/4 of a pound. That's its weight. Okay? This was the old way. Now the new way. Here is the new Convair 990 white styrofoam hot wired wing. Let's see how much it weighs. Look at that. Not even half a pound. Not even half a pound. So this wing, this solid styrofoam, white styrofoam wing, is a 1/4 pound lighter than this. In short, what I'm trying to tell you is that this type of styrofoam is going to give you RC airplanes that are half the weight structurally than conventional either balsa or solid blue foam or pink foam, AKA the old way I used to build airliners. This is the way you want, this is what you want to use right here. And the proof is in the weight. The proof is in what the scale tells you. The scale tells you that this type of plane, using white styrofoam, hot wired or cut or whatever, using this material is superior and lighter than using older blue and pink foam. It's more dense, it's 50% more dense and 50% heavier. At least maybe 25% heavier, 50%. In some cases, if you find the right type of styrofoam, it can be feather light. But it's the way to go. It is the future of all my airliners. This is now how I'm doing it. This is how it's being done. Well, thank you for joining me tonight, and to basically summarize what I've been telling you in this video is that this white styrofoam is the way to go. Now some of you at home are saying, yeah, we've known that. But you know what? I was looking for strength and durability and trying to find lightweight. Or keep my planes lightweight, but having them, you know, Ford tough, Tonka tough, Demon tough. I found it. White styrofoam reinforced with carbon fiber, you can't beat it. Excuse me. Hollowed out white styrofoam reinforced with carbon fiber is, man, it's stronger than an acre of garlic. I'm telling you, it's strong. That's what you want to do. That's what I'm doing. And I suggest that if you want a light airplane that's easier to build, go with styrofoam. The same thing that the same material you might be drinking coffee out of right now, that's the stuff to go with. It's easier to find. You can find sheets of it at hardware stores. Go to any strip mall, any shopping mall. Go into a store that maybe has furniture, talk to the owner, the manager, and say, look, do you have scrap styrofoam in your dumpster? You know, a lot of them do. And you'll find this kind of foam, man, free. And you hot wire or cut with a razor your own planes out of this foam. Guys, this might be one of the most important videos I've ever made on this channel. If I learn something and if I do something and it helps me, I want to share it with you because it might help you. Okay? Well, this is Demondriver, and thank you for your time. Thanks for joining me. I'm really grateful. Thank you for your views. Thank you for subscribing. It's you guys that make this channel what it is. Without you, there'd be no point. It would be a waste of my time because I really enjoy your views. I enjoy your criticism, constructive criticism, but we just have fun together. And I'm sorry that maybe some of you don't like science fiction and you don't like spaceships, but I do. Along with Airliners, I love science fiction, and I love spaceships, and I love warbirds, I love bombers. So on this channel, it's going to be well-rounded. It's going to be Airliners, spaceships, warbirds, fighter jets, bombers, 3D, aerobatic scale. It's going to be everything, even quadcopters, as you've seen. I probably own maybe 15 quadcopters. Some are semi-scratch built, some are store-bought, you know. So it's a lot of fun. It was Demondriver. Thank you for joining me, and this is the new way. White styrofoam. Get it and build your airliners and RC airplanes out of white styrofoam. Reinforced with carbon fiber. You can't lose. Take care. Bye-bye.